Hello everyone, my name is Joy and you are welcome to my channel. Today we are learning a useful English idiom, to be penny wise and pound foolish. In this video you will learn the meaning of the idiom, simple examples and how to use it in everyday conversations. Let's get started. To be penny wise and pound foolish means to be very careful and save small amounts of money, but in a way that ends up causing you to lose or waste a much larger amount of money later. This idiom comes from British currency, but it's used in all varieties of English, including American English. A penny is a small coin of small value, which is the smallest unit of currency, and a pound is a unit of currency that is worth 100 times more than a penny. In summary, this idiom is a warning. It means don't let saving small amounts of money trick you into making expensive mistakes later. Always think about the big picture. Let me illustrate further with a short story. Leo loved his bicycle. He rode it everywhere, to school, to the park and to his friend's house. It was his most prized possession. But recently, Leo noticed that the brakes weren't working well anymore. Leo knew he needed a new brake pads. He went to Mike's bike shop, the best repair shop in town. The mechanic Mike took one look at the bike. "You need new brake pads," Mike said. "The labor and parts will be $40. I can fix it right now." Leo touched the money in his pocket. He had been saving his allowance for weeks to buy a new video game. $40 was a lot of money, and it was almost the price of the game. "That's too expensive," Leo said. "I will find a cheaper way." Instead of paying for a professional repair, Leo went to the discount store. He found some cheap no-name brake pads for only $5. "Perfect," he thought. "I just saved $35. He went home excited to fix his bike himself. However, the cheap parts didn't fit perfectly. He had to force them onto the bike, and they were crooked. They looked okay, but Leo wasn't really sure if he had installed them correctly. The next day, Leo was riding his bike down a big steep hill near his house. It was a beautiful day and he was going very fast. At the bottom of the hill was a busy street. He needed to slow down. He squeezed the brake handles. The cheap crooked brake pads broke apart. The brakes failed completely. Leo's eyes went wide with fear. He was going too fast and couldn't stop. He zoomed through the stop sign at the bottom of the hill and crashed right into a neighbor's fence. Leo was not seriously hurt, but he was covered in cuts and bruises. His bike, however, was not so lucky. The front wheel was bent into a P shape. The handlebars were crooked and the frame was scratched. Sadly, Leo had to walk his broken bike back to Mike's bike shop. Mike looked at the damage and shook his head. "This is much worse than before," he said. "You need a new front wheel, new handlebars, and a full brake system repair. The total cost will be $150. Leo's heart sank. He felt terrible. He had tried to save $35, but his small mistake ended up costing him $150. He finally understood. He had been penny wise and pound foolish. Sentence examples. The company's penny wise and pound foolish policy meant they refused to pay for staff training, but this led to so many mistakes from untrained employees that they lost their biggest clients. He was being penny wise and pound foolish when he decided not to buy travel insurance for his trip to save $50. He ended up paying $2,000 for a hospital visit when he got sick abroad. Sarah was penny wise and pound foolish when she skipped her dental cleaning to save $80, only to need a 1,200 root canal later. The manager was penny wise and pound foolish when he cut the maintenance budget, leading to a total factory breakdown.